Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl, back with Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Reforged. This is part 9. And we tried to do a few things in the museum. We talked to Lobino about the manuscript. Not much going on, so I'm going back to the police station. Talk to Moo or Rosso about the matchbook, I think. I will try. Because they might know. Yeah, let's talk to you, Sergeant Me.
Excuse me,
What do you want now?
Rude.
does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-lined Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now, that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
I think I did that last time. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to cut it out just in case I didn't, but I think I did. How about... Oh, who's this again? This is Marquet.
Have you heard of a man called
it is.
Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre.
Ah.
I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Oh, okay. Is that a new location for me?
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Brilliant humour. Should we talk to Rosso or just go straight to hospital? No, we'll go straight to hospital.
See you later, Sergeant.
Cheerio. Tatty bye. Ta-ta. Ta-ra a bit. Right. Hospital. I couldn't see it. I'm going blind. We're in the
The
l'hôpital.
old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint.
You can even read this sign now. Clinique Hagenmeyer. Oh, you could read it. It didn't say Clinique Hagenmeyer. It said Tenez et droit. I'm not sure what Tenez et means, but droit is right, if I remember rightly. And you got the medical symbol. No, I've forgotten what it's called. Right, let's go in the hospital. Oh, we're going to meet Mr. Shiny. And a guy with a Brummie accent. Well, a black country accent, I should say, really, not Birmingham. People say, oh, they're from Birmingham, and then it's just a black country accent. It's like, well, they're not from Birmingham, are they? They're more likely from, I don't know, Droitwich. Right, let's talk to the receptionist.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature.
Nice.
How may I help you?
Marquet?
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm his long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yep.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I love it.
I guess not.
Right.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
George!
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
I don't think we're going to waste our time with you.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Talk to you. Important looking doctor.
Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Whose voice has he got? He sounds just like one of the other characters and I can't place it. No, I can't think which one I'm thinking of. Oh, Lobino. He sounds like Lobino.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
Of course.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
Rules. Okay. Oh, keep going with you. I mean, I've just remembered what I need to do with the receptionist.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Of course.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Nope.
Certainly not.
Why would he do that, George?
Thanks for your help.
Right, okay, so we need to show the ID to receptionist. She should recognise the name.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
Thank goodness.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
Oh, not Nurse Grendel.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a
Guantanamo
crime, is
Bay.
it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 6:10, bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2.
Thanks.
And good luck.
We don't need to remember that, thankfully.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
But if you look at these little signs, there's no J on there at all. So it doesn't matter. George has a good memory.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
It's Mr. Shiny! I find it funny though that the guy does not go where George goes. He goes round the back.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Off he goes, the long way round. George, what are you doing? George, seriously. Why does he stand there watching? It's like you spent all that time watching that dude when you could have been doing what I want you to do. Now you're a doctor.
Dr. Stobbart at your service. Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do
Oh,
is
no, don't
smile
whistle.
and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
George!
It's a deal.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah, end of the corridor, Ward J2.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Oh, is it this one? I went the wrong exit. That's why. Oh dear. I'm sure there was only one exit before.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
She don't seem that bad, that Nurse Grendel.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobbart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney. Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Are you going to recognise me? Because I'm actually a doctor.
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy.
Walk
This
through
is
me.
Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps.
George.
Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege,
Timothy Leary.
an honor, to look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Yes, it'll open his eyes to see someone
So
pretending
long, Hagenmeyer.
to be a real doctor. Right, Benny.
Hey, Benoit.
I mean, Bunny.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Come with me.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Right,
Follow me, Benoit.
follow me,
I'm right
Benoit.
behind you, sir.
You better be.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk. Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobbart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Sure.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it.
He's just come out of surgery.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he?
Yep.
That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Common squatter you are. Clearly.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
See you later.
Alright, Bunny. Take this.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
Doctor?
What is it now, nurse?
Number 2 again. He won't tell me what he wants. He says he'll only talk to a man.
Do I have to? That guy's nuts.
Doctor, I'm surprised at you. There's no way to talk about our clients.
Okay, I'll see him. But I'm telling you, he's a hypochondriac. Hello again. Have you any idea what this is?
Please, take it away before I throw up.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
What does this tissue mean to you?
Is that a nasal discharge, sir?
No, it's grease paint. Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later. Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Stobbart.
Bonjour, Doctor.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant
Very.
attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks. Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc. Rather you than me, pal.
It's fine.
Marquet?
Yes. I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
No, you haven't.
You have?
No.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lamar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master quickly.
Nope.
Tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
What, you have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You
Oh, yes.
know them?
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging
Oh, c'est sore.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Gloucester, he has gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that.
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
You think so? I mean, you're not the only one who could pretend to be a doctor, George.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
Ow. I hurt my ears.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah. Killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man?
I wonder.
Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Moo? Oh, were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work it out.
Probably Andre. Okay. I like to have George facing the screen. Okay, so I did not expect the hospital part of the game to last the entire half an hour, but it did. So we are further along. There's a sword that needs reforging. Oh, Shadow of the Templars reforged. So, whose side are we on? Don't know yet, but we will find out. But they want the gem, so probably not a good idea to give them the gem. They are working on obtaining the tripods, so obviously, yeah, we need to kind of stop that happening, don't we? So that's all for the next part, and we have more clues to go on. Hashashin and Klausner, whoever Klausner is, has gone to Syria. So could be we might be going there next. But thank you for watching. I really hope you're enjoying it, because I know that I am. I love Broken Sword. I'm thinking about maybe playing the second game after finishing this one, even though it's not a remaster, but it's the second in the series. I'm not going to go further than that though, but I have played Broken Sword 2 a number of times as well, so it shouldn't be too hard. But I don't like 3 at all. I'm not very keen on 4. 5's good, but I don't really want to skip out 3 and 4 and go to 5. So I think 1 and 2 is fine for me until 6 comes out, of course. So yeah, I mean, I might play 6 a bit after it comes out. I don't want to play it straight away for the channel. I'll play it for myself. But yeah, so that's all thoughts for another time, because we got quite a lot to go. We're only on part 9, and I can see this going for quite a while. So that's it. Please come back for what happens next.